Yep. Yeah. Me and Tony Bars up in here. I see Tony Bars way up in here. Salute to Tony Bars up in the place. Up in Eagles Web boxing. You know how we do. Eagles Web boxing. When you want the real and not some deal. And where you get the real, not some deal. You know how we do it up in there. Eagles Web boxing. Yeah, yeah. Yep, 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 yeah. Chef boy, yeah. D, salute to Eagles Web in the chat and hit that like. I see you out there. Salute to Chef boy D. So let me read what Tony writes because he writes the same thing all the time. Tony says salute to Eagles Web boxing in the chat as always, working and listening. And then shout out to 979 finally comes back. He said Eagles Web boxing. Salute, sir. Yep, yep. We back in here, y'all. Yeah, I hurt myself yesterday, man. Not doing nothing really. Just twisted wrong or something. I'm like, man, are you kidding me? Yeah. So my back said, you know what? I'm gonna tighten up on you. So it got all tight. So I'm sitting, man, trying to turn myself, trying to loosen up, like loosen up, loosen up, loosen up. But it's gonna get better. So I just go a little bit of cardio, something like that. Yeah. Back to the grind. These people don't know. These people don't know what off days are, man. People don't know what off days are or something. Like, really? How you gonna make somebody work 6 days and 8 days and stuff like that? You know what I mean? One day off. It's like slapping somebody, and then you're working in different places too, different little towns. That's all right. Just let me go way out. I'd rather go way out than to be close. If I got to work double shift or something, because at least I'm gonna get paid for my travel at least on that. Then Harold Jones up in there. He said, "Yeah." He said, "Job blessings, kings and our queens." Yeah, yeah. There you go. And y'all blessing back to you too, Harold Jones up in here. Salute to you. Awaeche. Wokai. There no more. And then shout 979. I guess that means no deadlifts for you this week. Man, I got to do my power stuff, man. You know me, man. I got to do my power stuff. I got to work on these. Hey, little. Yeah, I gotta do a lot. I just do a little bit, man. I don't work hard, man. I was blessed. I didn't know I never had to work hard like that. I just did it just out of just curiosity and I got into it. I met like I had a physical trainer and a physical therapist, right? And he worked for the Olympic Committee for the United States, and he was good, man. And he was getting these guys like to lift weights, like real heavy weights, like quick at a very fast pace, unheard of pace, where they were in the rankings and stuff in like a year, in 2 years, they was already in the rankings. And everybody knows that powerlifting takes years and years and years of dedication, but he was getting them up there like quick, like boom, boom, boom. I was like, damn, man, he's getting up there quick. So, I got instructions from him, learn from there, learn my mistakes and stuff like that, and you know, the rest is the history. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got all kinds of stuff that we can talk about that we probably will talk about. We'll see how the chat goes, man. But yeah, it's always in here. Tony know it's always old versus new, ain't it, Tony? Tony in his 40s, so Tony know. Tony like, yeah, it's always old versus new, man. Why the guys are so much so hateful and stuff, man? Cause remember, guys used to be nicer though. Remember, we had to grow up nice, man. We had to grow up nice to our elders. It was a requirement. It wasn't no ifs, ands, and buts about that. Mm-mm. It wasn't no ifs, ands, and buts. Wasn't no, I don't respect you. Oh man, we couldn't do. Man, if y'all wish you would did something like that, man, you would have got slapped across the room or something doing something like that to anybody. I don't even care what nation they claim or what race they claim or nothing like that. You couldn't talk to an elder like that, man. If you was a youngster, or if you didn't get put in a headlock right then and there, you got one coming later. Shit, you got that headlock coming later. You can best believe that. That your shit was gonna be like, bring your ass here. Okay, we gonna see about this once we get over to the house. We gonna, yeah, you definitely was gonna get, yeah, definitely was gonna get something. Yeah, yeah. But I'll still do whatever I can do now. Yeah. But yeah, these people that's so so disrespectful. But what we talk about is not. It may lead there too. It may lead there too. Because it's dirt. I mean, there's dirt. I mean, come on now. Does anybody in here not know that? Okay, first of all, the first phase of boxing was just that. It was a first phase. It was a way to settle differences and stuff like that and battle out. Okay. Then came the more and more money. They start putting more and more money in it, right? Then it just seemed like it just wasn't the safest thing to do. So then we come up with the gloves as the glove experiment. Now I'm not gonna cover everything, dates and times, and nothing like that. I'm just because I'm not gonna mess my chat up with that. So then we come up with the experimental phase, experimental with the little quotation marks around it, experiment, and at the same time, then the look at it like this. The dirt was already there, okay? Dirt came with the game. I mean, so what we're looking at now is just an advancement of dirt. It's just fertilized dirt, okay? It doesn't matter who took over it. It doesn't matter if you talk about the mob ties and all that. I talk to people on probably at least on a weekly basis that got their hands or had their hands into certain stuff. Matter of fact, I met a guy over the weekend that his family was responsible. It was someplace up in New York. His family was responsible for the dances, like the real. When the dancers got into the real stripping and stuff like that, and then also the when they made the propositions and stuff. Yeah, his family was the one that was into that. But we also know that with that, you had to get permission. See, you had to get permission from certain sources to get into that. So I'm always running into characters, man. I don't know. I just for some reason. It's like I have an electricity and stuff to just meet all walks. I can meet all walks, like during just one day I can end up meeting all walks of people. And just from, traveling around, end up meeting all walks. But anyway, on the wall, man. If you're on the wall here in Eagles Wear Boxing, you like anything that Eagle Wear Boxing talk about, then hit that thumbs up, man. It don't mean you're hitchhiking. It just mean, hey, I can dig that. I likes that. You know what I mean? I feel it. That's all it means. Something like that. Come in here, have fun. Have a Coke and a smile. I didn't say have some Coke in the smile, but have a Coke in the smile. Actually, don't even have it. Just have some juice, man. Sit down. Sit your ass down and have some pomegranate juice or something like that. Have something healthy, man. Have something that's going to go into the blood and do something for the blood, man. Have something like that. And wish God, because we had a topic that, see, this what made me that's what, it kind of inspired me. It put some more thought into what I was going to do. And that was that we had, I bought up special water the other day, the special water. And then Miss Boxy said, wasn't that like about 37 years ago? No, it wasn't quite 37, about 32 years ago. But, but everybody know about the special water treatment. And then, yeah, we got a couple of more things that, to talk about. But, yeah, I'm just waiting for y'all to come in, man. How y'all day going right now? Y'all doing good? Everybody straight? Everybody working or what? You don't got to answer Tony Boswell. We know Tony Boswell already. He already working and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to get into BFTB's chat today. Yeah, I name drop in here just in case people don't know. Yeah, I name drop. I name drop the people I mess with. LDBC and the other people. I name drop them. I just don't name drop outside of boxing. Because there's stuff that I do that's outside of boxing. As far as a lot of channels I go to, but it's just like it's too controversial to bring in here. You know, there's some people that can handle it, and then some people just couldn't. They'd be like, "Oh, what kind of mess is this?" They'll go crazy. So I don't want nobody going crazy like that. So we not gonna do it. So this will be out of order because it's out. You know, it's not one of those things that we have to really process step by step. I don't think there's really a step by step. There's not really a step by step. But there's all kinds of things. You guys might have some good ideas yourself because I don't have all the answers and I don't have all the examples and stuff like that. But just starting with just the promoters themselves, man. Just think about the promoters. The promoters of the past, man, no matter what you thought about them, man, is that they brought a certain flair and a certain energy to the game of boxing. None other. This the first thing off my tongue is the king of promoting, Don King. And Don King just had like a way with the words, you know what I mean? He just had like a way. His tongue was fast. It was deliberate, and he had those words, man. He had a vocabulary that he used to string together. Half time didn't make no sense, but a lot of time he string it together. You know, I'm not gonna copy Don King. I'm not gonna try to talk like Don King. But if anybody's been around, you know how Don King spit it out there. Sir Flame up in the house, y'all. Salute to Eagles Way of Boxing. Also salute to the tap, and also salute to Sir Flame up in here. He didn't hit y'all with what he usually hit. That's right, there you go. He said, jam that like button, all y'all neck. And said, don't get neck up in here. That's right, Sir Flame. Tell him, man. Don't get neck up in Eagles Way of Boxing, baby. Don't get necks, man, because we hang that neck. And we hang that neck out to dry, man. But yeah, Don King, you know, he had the superlatives. He had all the good words and stuff like that. Even though a lot of people think that he was a snake. So he was the first before the E-snake. It was him. But no, it wasn't. It was plenty. We're not going to go way back to all of them. But there we go with Mark up in the house. Mark Wonderlick up in the house. Utah in the house. That's what he say. Yep. Yeah, I was just thinking about Utah not too. Matter of fact, yeah. Because I'm doing, I promised y'all the other day I was going to do it, man. But I'm going to try to get on it tonight, man. Because we got a fighter that came out of Utah. One of our fighters that came out of Utah that I've been working on. And I'm trying to get it together because I don't have the best software and I don't have the best computer right now. So we're just working on certain stuff. But I just hope that I can get this video out and get it done right. You know, get it done, effectively enough, or not just effectively enough, but decent enough that you guys appreciate it and give me a thumbs up or comment on the video. So that should be coming up. Yeah. Mark one. Look at the, he's at Shadow 978. He said, my brother's at 100 King. Yep. And we know Utah in the house. You got to come in a little bit more though, Mark. You got to get those notifications, man. Come on in and visit Eagles Way of Boxing, man. We're not going to bite up here, man. And we got a suit hanged up. Sir Flame has got a suit for you hanged up, man. He's waiting for you to come in, and just be a regular up in here. Because we mess with you. We see you in other chats, man, even though the Eagle Face don't get to go to a whole lot of chats and stuff. But, I try my best, man. But this time of year, man, fall and winter, they be working me, man. They work me, and then the spring and winter, spring and summer, that's when I'm out and on the road then. So it's fun raising time right now, so I can get on the road, man. Hopefully I get out there. Matter of fact, I might even get out to Utah. Who knows, man? That's on the way, man. All around, because we don't know which if we're gonna take the high road or the low road. We don't know which way. We might go low. We might go low and slow, or we might go high and slow. But either way, we get out there, man. But back to Don King. So Don King, regardless of what you think about him, he was a great, this is a great person for boxing itself, just because of his colorfulness. He had a certain colorfulness, that just can't be, it's really not going to be replicated and stuff like that, even though they have actually tried and they put a character this that was similar to him in a few movies, but it's not gonna be another like Don King. And so this is just like a comparison, past versus present. And then so we take a promoter now, like we got. So now who's the so-called colorful one now? So-called E-Snake, right? So, but how colorful is he? If you did a one-on-one, if you did a comparison, because we compare all boxing to the past and the present, and also we got boxers too. So we're gonna talk, we talk about the boxers too. So it's not just the promoters. So we just started with promoters, but what about E-Snake? Does anybody think he weighs up with a Don King? Do they weigh up? Doesn't really weigh up, right? And I can't really mention the Bob Arum because he's always there. He's just been there like forever. And matter of fact, one of the promoters that we just lost, right? And I don't know, somebody brought that up. They was on Frazier. I said, yeah. Don Frazier. Matter of fact, that was a conversation. Believe it or not, folks, we talked about this. I think last week we actually talked about Frazier. That Frazier had just passed away, right? We just talked about that. See how far ahead I be of everybody. And then just yesterday, it was I believe it was yesterday, or it might have been a couple of days before that. Somebody was talking about him. He couldn't fight. He wasn't winning no fights. So, but he stayed in the game and just got, and other, just did other things in boxing like that there. But our promoters now, like E-Snake, is the only one that really did this so-called colorful and stuff, right? But the one that I like from the past, though, anybody remember Butch Johnson? Butch, not Butch. Because it was two of them. Yeah. There was a Bush and there was a Butch Johnson. Remember Butch Johnson? Now, he was funny, man. He was funny as I don't know what, man. But he used to wear the vest all the time. And he had that tongue on him too, man. Them eyes, his eyes light up when he start talking about certain fights and stuff like that. When he talking about, heavy, like the heavy hitters, like the heavyweights, And just those two promoters themselves, man, they can't be outmatched. They can't be outmatched with the promoters and stuff we got, and we could actually stay on something like this. Like part of it, what I seen, I actually wrote a few things down. No dates and nothing like that, but I wrote down for the trainers and stuff like that. But trainers, you could talk about trainers forever. You could talk about trainers that's like forever and ever, man, compared to the trainers they got now. And me and Tony talk about that a lot, that the disrespect, for the older trainers and stuff like that. And it's only a handful that's left. It's not very many. I mean, if some of them just getting to that stage, but the real ones, they disappeared, man. Because man don't get to stay here that damn long, so they disappear, man. And people got to realize that, man, and get these people up in there, man. Like we already know that now for most of the people that's in here, I mean most of them, maybe not all of them, because and I'm not undermining, because you guys might be a special crew, man. Are you guys special? If you guys special, let it know. Let it be known. Hey, I'm special, man. Don't be talking that, man. I'm special. Yeah. But people talk about custody model, right? And what's the first thing that comes to mind when you talk about custody model? Right? Now, the first thing that comes to mind with a great trainer like custody model is Mike Tyson, right? What about Muhammad Ali? Doom, 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 doom. Well, we forgot about that, or we didn't know about that, huh? Yeah, that's right. The relationship didn't last. They got divorced, but they were at one point, together. Right? A lot of people didn't know that. And what about Floyd Patterson? See? What about Floyd Patterson? Yes. He was trained by custody model. Yes. Sir Flame down there. Sir Flame said, is more of a family and friends as trainers were. The boxers has more say so in things now, but not so much back in the day. Well, like I said, Ali used to walk out. Now they used to fire a lot of trainers got fired. Matter of fact, Angelo Dundee got fired by Sugar Ray Leonard over some money. And we're talking 80s, right? Anybody remember that? See? So back in the day, I mean, shit. Let's get into it because Sir Flame boiled it up. And then Gil Cole's up in here. He'll be gone in about 2 minutes. Gil Cole, salute Eagles Web in the chat. Salute to Gil Cole's though. My little problem child up in here. My problem, Gil Cole's. Well, let's talk about it. Remember we talked about the greatest? When I say the greatest, we talked about Sugar Ray Robinson. Remember? Sugar Ray Robinson had it his way. See, how far back was that? Sugar Ray Robinson had it his way or it was the highway. Right? So that stands up for some people and some fighters at Sir Flame. But not everybody. Okay, let's go back further. No, okay. Let's go back even further. Guess what? Jack Johnson had it his way. In more than one way. Even when he went to prison, he had it his way. He used to walk around the yard. He used to leave the prison. He used to do all kinds of shit. He did what he wanted to. Because he was the original bad man. Or the baddest man on the planet. He was that bad man back then. Right? And even at one point, when he had that one exhibition up in the Reno, when they had that big fight up there, most of that gate went to him. You know, I used to have the exact numbers and stuff, but you guys know I don't care about the numbers as much. Sometimes I throw numbers out because you guys throw numbers out. But I'm believing it was something like 60, something like that, 60%. And it was thousands and thousands of people crammed up in there. Thousands and thousands. And he had to make that fight. You know, he had to make that fight go. Because remember, we talked a long time ago. It's probably, well, for us, long time ago is months. So it's probably months ago that we talked about the Jack Johnson and how he was faster than what a lot of people thought. He thought he wasn't that fast, but he's fast and smart. Yeah. He actually got help. One of his buddies that was in prison is the one that actually helped him out. When he was in prison, he just told him that, hey man, you're way too fast, man, and you know, to be getting caught with any punches. He said, you just got to change your style up a little bit, right? So that whole thing about the fighter, well, see, that's just the appearance of the fighter. It's just because there were certain people that was in boxing. They got these boxers and shit thinking that they the shit now. Oh, I'm the shit now. I can do this. I can show me the money and all that shit, you know. That's right. The movie, that movie didn't do any good. I'm not plugging it, but hey, I'm just stating, you know, because that's where they said that at one point, you know, show me the money, Jerry Maguire, you know, athletes. And that's what they do. Show me the money. How about showing me your doctor's report to say that you can even be in there fighting? See, go in there and take one of them clankers and be knocked the F out. You got clanked, clank. And laying up in there snoring and shit, that's not a good look. Speaking of which, I'll talk about it later. Because we got a fighter that's coming back. Yeah. And then Tony said, yes, sir. He said, there are no manners in society. Yeah. Just like the story I told y'all yesterday. The story I told y'all yesterday about that old lady, you know. See, a senior citizen talking about, you know, doing that old Hollywood native language and shit. Talking about how I like to put my foot up your ass. That's how. Talking about some how. Bitch, we got language, right? Yeah. That's a true statement. But looking at Lennox Tyson with Cuss, you had trainers like E. Stewart, rest in peace, Virgil Hunter. Don't play that. Yep, you're right. They don't play that. But Emmanuel Stewart lost fighters. Virgil Hunter, they lost fight. All of them, yeah, all of them set up. All of them lose fighters though. All of them lose fighters. And I think the one thing with when you bring up Emmanuel Stewart, and I bring up to me his best fighter to me wasn't Tommy Hearns and all these and well, who's the other one? The light welterweight that he used to love so much. He loved him. I just can't think. It's not on top of the dome right now. But my favorite fighter that he had is actually his light heavyweight. And everybody knows who that is. They know who Eagles' Web favorite light heavyweight was. And that was Michael Moore. At light heavyweight, he could not be touched because he was just like Earl. He just imposed his will upon you. You know, he imposed his will upon you and just beat you up. But the reason I went way back all the way to Jack Johnson is just for that point. It's just, you know, there was a handful of fighters coming up that, you know, did control boxing. And what happened, that's because the fighters know that they do control boxing. When you got fighters that are smart enough to know that they control boxing, then they'll control it. Right? If they're smart enough to know that they control boxing. But the ones today aren't smart enough to know that they control boxing. So somebody has to tell them, oh, by the way, you can control your destiny. You can control this. You can control that. Which is bullshit. They can't. Most of them that they say they can control shit, they can't control a damn thing. Because nobody want to see them. Nobody wants to see them. Or some of these want to see them get beat up. Or they do something to us to make us lose our confidence in them. How many people really want to see? Once AJ gets knocked out, how many people in here, put up a one if you just want to see, who do you want to see AJ fight, and tell me who you want to see him fight. And I'm not going to fight with you or nothing like that. I'm not beating up on you. Just a question, man. You're already a mod, man. I ain't going to beat up on you. So just tell me, who do you want to see fight AJ after this fight, and why? This is something simple. You know, you can shorten your sentence. I'll read through it and you know, we'll get the understanding of it. You know, we'll flop back and forth because that was actually a good point because I started off with the promoters and stuff like that. But I used to like Butch Lewis, man. Butch Lewis used to make me laugh, man. Butch Lewis be in there talking. He talks so much shit. Butch Lewis, not Panama Lewis. No, not Panama Lewis. Man, that Panama Lewis was his year. He was definitely the devil's son. That's not what I said. Chef Boyardee, I'm talking about everybody. Now everybody's putting up Wilder. Yeah, everybody putting up Wilder, but okay, but so Wilder, we already know Wilder is a controller though, right? I'm talking about one of the fake ones that like AJ or something like that. You want to see you guys actually want to see him fight AJ? You want to see AJ fight Wilder? Yeah, Wilder up there. Everybody, and the only reason you want to is because what? This is what Sir Flame, he just says, been waiting to see it, and that's only because of our hunger. But think about it, do we really need to see it? Do we need to see that fight? Think about it, folks. Do we need to see that fight? What's the outcome of that fight likely is going to be? Is that a fight that needs to be scheduled? Well, here's the question. Is that a fight that needs to be scheduled for 12 rounds? It could be a championship, a 6-rounder, right? They can make a special thing where this is going to be a 6-round championship fight. They don't need 12. Because that way then our pockets don't feel so bad, right? They can drop the purse down just a little bit. I mean, the pay-per-view or something like that. Say the first time ever we had it. They doing every damn thing else, man. So I'm just saying. They doing everything else, so why not? So we drop it down to 6 rounds, you know, save us like 20% on the fight or something like that. We all watch it, and it goes 1 round. So what the hell? We still didn't get 6. And then South 979, he said, yeah, he tired of AJ after that back and forth with Wilder. The guy just put me off after that bullshit. Yeah, put me off too. He put me off after I found out. Once I start seeing shit, I mean, I was already doubting him, but then it came to the Takam fight. Remember the Takam fight? And then I was like, man, F AJ. After that fight, I was like, F it. He controlling refs and shit. I'm like, man, forget this dude, man. I said, this dude ain't real. He ain't real. He just a body. And then Wilder talking about him, and then Wilder said, yeah, you can have the look or whatever like that. Because I don't know if anybody's in the old movies. I watch the hell out of some old movies. If I see an old movie on, I'm talking about ancient movies. or whatever. I watch the hell out of some old movies. I get a chance to, man. I love to watch that. And you don't really get to see that black and white all the time. But this one wasn't black and white. But anyway, if you remember, was it Jason and the Argonauts or something like that? That's an old movie. But they got that Minotaur in there. Minotaur is strong as hell, wasn't he? Was Minotaur strong? But Minotaur is dumb as hell. Wasn't he stupid? If anybody ever seen that movie, because he just went over and pulled that. Yeah, because me and my friends, all we did is watch old ass shit. And again, I grew up, certain area I grew up at shit. Had to go watch old shit. That shit was cheap, man. That shit just went up. I don't know. Wasn't that many years ago that it just finally went up to like I don't know. And I don't know if anybody, I don't even know if y'all ever been to any places that got $2 movies. But shit, yeah, we got places that got $2 movies and stuff. Not where I live at now, though, but, Yeah, but Minotaur, remember he pulled that boat, what's them things called? Like a giant brick out of the wall. That's how strong he was. He pulled a giant brick. This shit weighed tons and tons and tons. He pulled that shit out, but he's too stupid. He couldn't throw it or drop it. That shit just fell on his ass. And he just stayed right there, because of course it was heavier than him, but he was just strong. He just laid on. I'm like, what dumbass. You ain't gonna pull it out and then back up and let that shit drop or something? Oh, it might have been Sinbad. Yeah, one of those old movies. I get them mixed up though. Shadow Knight, you right? That might have been what it was. Might have been the Eye of the Tiger, right? I'm just getting all them old movies mixed up and shit though. But yeah, you could be right on that one. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so that's AJ right there. So you can be big and strong like that, but like we talked about yesterday. You big and strong, dude, but where is your brain at? They didn't put the regular brain in your ass. They put the Abby normal brain in you. And they put the glass chin on you. So you got that glass chin. And okay, so yeah, we got our topic going, but you know what? I got to stray back and forth though shit. Since you guys done brought up AJ, but look. Both of these fighters right now, both of them got a little touch, right? Both of them got like a little touch of thin chin disease, right? Now, AJ's thin chin might be a little bit more severe. But I'm still going with Andy Ruiz somewhere like around 8 or 9 or something like that. Because AJ might really just want, he might really want to fight. He might really want to win. But unlike Klitschko, once Andy Ruiz get him hurt, he going to keep him hurt. Yeah, Sir Flame said, be right back. Jab that like button while I'm gone. Don't miss out again. You know how you be missing out. Yeah, we got a movie. I like that though, Shadow 979. He a movie buff. I'm not really a movie buff. I just like to watch him. I don't be giving the shit. Sometimes I'll pay attention to none of the shit, none of the names. I just watch them and shit. Just like, poof. Just get to the meat. Let's see how y'all used to do shit, so I can just laugh. All I do is comment. I probably don't even pay attention to what the content is. I just look at what happens in the shit. When I see stupid shit happen, I look at that. All the slow down shit. I might walk out when they do all this slow, because they do. There's certain music when they start playing that harp music and shit. You know what I'm talking about. They start playing that harp, and it start getting slow, or they trying to make it seem like it's they romantic or some shit. Then I go get some. That's when I go get something. I'm like, let me go get something. I want to hear that shit. I just want to see the action. I want to see the sword. I want to see people getting slashed up and monsters getting people. That's all the thing I care about when it comes to those things, right? Yeah. Then he had Sir Flame. Sir Flame might have been out, man. He said, Sir Flame, I just don't want to see the guy back in the picture, or else we'll never get the Undisputed. Yeah. Well, we already know that. Yeah, we know that. We're not gonna get the fight that we want, man. We're not gonna get that Wilder. We're not gonna get that Wilder AJ. And that's what I was saying. So who you want to see him fight? Ruiz win. We already know who we want to see him fight, right? But let's start this. Let's dissect. Even though we this wasn't our topic, but let's dissect this a little bit. Let's talk about this a little bit on these things. So we know we want to see Wilder Ruiz. But now that it's too many rumors about Spence, so Spence maybe not be a fighter again. So now if okay? So if Spence is not a fighter anymore, then Who is the top welterweight? And I leave that to you guys to answer. That's your question right now. Who is the top welterweight right now if Earl is not a fighter anymore? And then we'll still go, like I said, since we got this all mixed up, we'll still go down to Gil, I'm going to unmod your ass and smash you. I don't want to hear nothing about the return of the flute, because he got to beat too many people. Plus, he got to knock Sean out, he got to knock Manny out, and he got to knock Manny out to get. If he don't beat Earl, that's who he got to knock out, and he got to knock out Bud. That's the only way he gonna be return of the flute. Okay. You stupid Gil. So while y'all thinking about while y'all thinking about that question for the 147. Now, even the people that was in media and stuff, remember? Now I remember, so back, even like back in the day, like fighters had, like they had their friends who were like professional athletes. Like let's say, like for instance, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali had Jim Brown and stuff like that. That, you know, they was all, everybody was tied up. Like everybody was locked in as being friends, different sports. And so their friends, a lot of times, like Jim Brown used to call fights. Now he's sitting there calling fights and stuff. It wasn't like that exciting, but it's cool, man. You got your friend from another sport calling fights, telling you what the champ is doing. He said, "Oh, the champ looked good," and he could sit there and be biased, not mention the other fighter at all if he didn't want to. Just do what he want to. Oh yeah, the champ is looking good right now. He's looking fast. He's down to such and such pounds, and out there doing this and doing that. Oh yeah, he in there. He driving the front loaders again. Yeah, he'll jump off there if something come up that he had a comment to. All right, Tony, we see you out there. Yeah, Tony will come back in there. If he Tony got something to say, Tony will be back up in there. Y'all can best believe that. Let the right thing come up. Yeah, I know y'all remember those times, right? Well, a lot of times you have, like some of them, the ones I didn't like as much is where they wasn't friends, and they was just some old big, like a big lineman or something that was a football player or something like that, and he's calling fights or whatever like that. I didn't like that as much. But the one was more colorful now. Now you got the guy out of Canada. You got him. He's real colorful. Damn, that shit, what he said on the Wilder fight when he fought Brazil. He said, hey, Wilder hit him so hard they feeling it in Brazil. That shit. Now that dude, he got a tongue on him though. Even though he has certain issues and stuff. But Howard Cosell, man. Howard Cosell had, he had that tongue and stuff on it, man. So Howard Cosell, man. And the thing about Howard Cosell, people talk a lot of shit about Howard Cosell. And maybe he did have a little bit of that stuff in him. But at the same time, man, he used to back up Muhammad Ali, man. He was by his side in his corner. And this is an announcer and a friend, right? Now, how many announcers now? What did the announcers do now? Announcers try to give their own self. They even got shows now. Announcers got shows. They even try to give their own self like the upper hand on stuff. Like, they got like these different shows like First Take and all this other shit where you got announcers acting like they experts on all sports. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're an expert on all sports? Get the hell out of here. Yeah. And it's like the Skip. Who is his name? Skip. I don't pay attention to that shit, y'all. So I barely even know all of them names, man. Skip Bayless, I think his name is, man. God dang, man. Shut up, man. You don't know shit about sports. And they just be talking like, like they know so much about something. They don't know a damn thing about a damn thing, man. And it's all about them. It's not even about the fighter. It's not even the true things about the fighters. It's some shit that they wrote down or some shit that they had people go out, their little investigators go out and try to figure out the information. Because they damn sure didn't know. You know what I mean? They damn sure don't really have the information on their own. They don't know shit about these sports and stuff like that. So just shut your ass up. You don't know shit about the sports. But you run your mouth. But at least Howard Cosell used to bring, like, when he talked about certain fighters, you go back and listen to some of the fights and stuff he called. Like, even when the fighters was making the entrance into the ring, he would talk about their, the personality and stuff like that. He said, and like even when he's talking about Joe Frazier and stuff like that, he said, you're looking at a man who's brought nothing but decency to the, to the ring, and to the field of boxing and stuff like that. And those are the type of things that would come off their tongue. But now these announcers now is talking about how much the fighters struggle with weight. That's all we hear about, weight. So now it's not a thing about their personality. It's not a thing about their skill set as much. It's about, some of their skills. It's about their height, weight, and reach. That's always been their height, weight, and reach, and rounds and experience. That's always been there. But now it's about, last time that they tested, positive for drugs, or last time this and that, or some kind of family dispute or something. It's always something. There's always some kind of BS or something like that, man. But it's a show. It is a show. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry I had to break the news to y'all, but that shit is a show. Yeah, totally. And then Shadow 979 up in there. He said, I know he lost his last fight, but I had Sean Porter as number 1 at 147 if Spence was to retire. Bud still need to prove himself. Bud don't need to prove shit. Bud is a good fighter, because now what's going to happen is you guys getting caught up in that weight shit. Remember, I eliminated that shit from my chat. There's no weight. If you're going to get your ass up there and fight, then that's where you fighting at. That's your weight. There's no excuse. And yes, you was just way too small. You say, F it, man, I got to fight somebody. Because here's the thing that nobody talks about. The thing that nobody talks about, I see you down there, E. Wood up in the house. Let me read this out before I finish, man. E. Woodson up in the house, y'all. He said, Eagles wear boxing salute. He said, Eagles. He said, late to the chat, but I'm in here, up here at work on my day off, because somebody ain't come to work. Oh, shit, he got the steam coming out his nose. He like, shit. Huh, E. Wood, these motherfuckers, yeah. I know that's what E. Wood would say. These don't want to come to work and do the right thing, man. Welcome, y'all heard me. Yeah, E. Wood, they need to get work. They need to get their ass to work, man, huh? Get your ass to work. It ain't snowing or nothing, is it? Anybody in snow right now? I'm not. I'm looking outside, man. It's nasty, though. They be nastying up our air every time this year for like a month or two. They be just making our air nasty as I don't know what. Our air look like China's air. It look like it's a whole nother weather right here. They done created a whole different weather over here. It's called nasty air. That's our weather. It ain't sunny. Oh, you can call it hazy, but it ain't hazy from the crazy. It's just hazy from the nasty. So we get the nasty hazy over here. Yep. Yeah. Oh, you had a little bit last night? Oh, okay. He said grading out, but they had a little bit last night. Damn. Yep, it's about that time already. Yeah, because it's getting late, man. It's like 11, 12. You know what I mean? It's 12 right now. Gil Cosley hit with the 88 in Tampa. 88 in him there. That's nice and warm for November. Shit. But you about to get yours, though, Gil. Y'all about to get yours. Y'all get yours soon, right? Y'all start getting that shit. What's his name gonna be? We can name him, huh? Y'all gonna get Betty. Betty gonna whoop that ass, Gil. Betty gonna have your ass hiding. Huh? Betty gonna have your ass hiding in the basement. Girl gonna be listening to the news. Oh, here come Betty. Oh yeah, Betty ain't playing shit. What's she rated at? Oh shit, she got that high rating. Betty gonna come in as a 10. Damn. You damn sure don't want Betty coming in as a 10, do you, Gil? As Betty come in as a 10, your ass is through, huh? You got to be on the first thing smoking the hell out of there, huh? Hell yeah. You got to be on that 747 quick. Say, what you know about it, Gil? I don't know nothing, man. All I know is I'm about to hit up that 747 quick. I'll talk to y'all in a week. Shit, Betty come in hot into 10. Yeah. Yeah, listen to him. Gil lying his ass off. He said, I'm out on the grill when Betty come through. But shit, Betty come through at that 10 level, your ass is out of there. And yes, you just plain dumb. Ain't nobody standing around if Betty is high rated like that. Everybody getting the hell up out of there. Yeah, Betty come through like that, huh? Yeah. Yeah, we got the grade A nasty over here. We don't have the Betty. We got the dirty Sue. Yeah, our weather. Yeah, our weather. We just got the dirty Sue over here. Yeah, yeah. But the media, like I said, even the media used to come through. The media was straight though, but now media is all effed up because they got too many shows. They thinking about themselves or something. Because remember, I don't know if anybody remembers back. Yeah, I don't. Okay, he on the West Coast in Florida. Yeah, yeah. Okay, he on the West Coast. So the West Coast is not. Y'all don't get hit the same way. Cause usually that shit'll roll up. It'll roll into y'all a little bit. But let that shit hit that corner though. That shit hit around the corner, and your ass gonna have to take off. Oh, that shit hit around that corner and shit, and getting to that golf. That's your ass. Yep. That's your ass, Gil Coles. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but I don't know if you guys ever remember though. There was shows like they had what they used to like put everything together, man. That's how they respect the sports. Like they take a lot of clips or a lot of video feed from different sports, and then they would put it on, and then they let you know what was going to happen like the next week or something. It's like Wild World. I don't know if is it Wild World. Fuck it, I can't remember exactly. Wide World, Wide World, Wide World of Sports. That's what it was. Wide World of Sports, and they used to put all the sports on there. And they should, a lot of times they had the live, and it would be live coming up. And you'd be like, oh man, a fight coming on, and you watch that Wide World. You know what I mean? And they had like this a handful of announcers. They didn't have everybody. Nobody was talking about themselves, or their opinion, and then they make themselves seem so big right now, to where that they make their own predictions and bets and stuff like that, within the cast or whatever. I'm like, oh, shut up. Nobody want to hear about that shit. It's like, get out of here with that. You know what I mean? So the media is playing right into the trap too. They're falling right into the trap with it. But back in the day, like I said, we had a lot. I think it was more spectacular because it was only a handful. But now we don't know which way to turn. Because now I heard that a lot of people putting a lot of eggs in KSI's basket and stuff like that. It's like, oh wow, Daniel Dubois, all these people. It's like, man, when is this going to end? It's like it's just not going to end. It's like a never-ending story when it comes to these people, man. Like, stop it. Let these people show something. You know what I mean? Let these people show something. Yeah. And by the way, Ms. Boxing was correct yesterday when I threw that little question out there. But I'm not gonna ask. Like I said, I'll give you guys a year or something like that. Like if I bring anything up that we've actually talked about, I'm only gonna bring up the year, because I'm not gonna tell you something like, for instance, the date for when Jack Johnson got killed. Okay, it was June, so June 10th, 1946. Yep. And so I'm only going to bring up the year. But I may ask what was the circumstances that led up to that. And I don't mean like the high speed, nothing like that. What was the circumstances, what was his mindset? What was the circumstances for his mindset to make him come into that, to that accident. So I may ask something like that, because I got an educated chat, man. You guys bring up good stuff, and you have to be here in order to answer some of this stuff. If you're not here, then you're not going to be able to answer. It's like if I say August 8th, 1987, which fight occurred that was controversial? Okay, I might just say that. You don't know what to say. Because we didn't really cover it. We did cover it, but we never covered the date. We covered the fight, but we didn't cover the date. So, before we do the contesta, I will give you guys the date in the fight. Right? I'm not gonna do it today because it's just not as many. I don't think there's as many of my people in here. But you guys want me to do it today so you can have the edge. Like, oh shit, Eagles will come up with that one. Then I got the answer to that shit. No, you ain't no cheating on my test. And it's not really a test, man. It's gonna actually be fun, man. It's gonna actually be fun, man. Oh, but I'll let you guys can put some votes in. When would you guys like to have the contesta? This week or next week? Or I still gotta check my schedule. Wait, just hold on just 1 second, just so I can make sure that I could even squeeze in a little bit of time. Okay, for the most part, the rest of this week, I will have enough time in between work, to squeeze in. And yes, I just totally F up something. If I just mess up some shit and where my time, I burn my time up, then I can't do it. But I can do it this week. Now next week it may be hard because I don't have everything. Let me check again, because I don't have everything for next week. So next week, no, matter of fact, I got nothing for next week. I have absolutely nothing. Oh shit! And then I can thank myself for looking at here, finding out on a Sunday that I got a double. Well, at least it ain't a triple like I did last time. The other week when I had to do 5 shifts in 3 days. That was a lot. That was a lot of work, man. I barely keep my eyes open, huh? What'd you say? That's bad though. I don't know if any of y'all ever ran off the road by driving and stuff. If any of y'all ever ran off the road, and once you done that shit and you alive and you wake back up, you never do that shit again that day. You might attempt to do it again, but that same day, you won't do it no more that night. Or that day, whenever that shit happened, you'll never do it again, man. Because your heart be doing some strange shit after that happened, man. I did that shit one time, and I know I was still nodding off, and I heard that little rumble sound, that I heard that shit, and I was still like nodding and falling out, and all of a sudden I hit that grass shit. I woke up like, ah! I was like, ah! Shit, I turned that wheel back to the left or whatever, came back on the road. Shit, about to bury my car at 70 miles an hour into a cement wall. I'm like, shit, I came up out that shit. Man, my heart was touching the windshield, man. But I never went back to sleep on that shit. I couldn't make myself go to sleep. Matter of fact, when I got home after being tired like that, I barely fell asleep, man. That's right, Sir Flame. You tell him, jab that like button or y'all neck. And don't get neck up in Eagles way of boxing up in here, man. Yeah, y'all know how we do it, man. So, the colorful promoters from the past, hands down. I'm going to give it to the trainers, always. We didn't mention a whole lot of them. How many we mentioned? Okay, so if we mention them, not always just colorful, but just so knowledgeable. And I'm going to give you my most knowledgeable trainers from the past. And I'm going to start with Angelo Dundee. I'm going to put him in there because he was knowledgeable. He's not number one by no means. Cus D'Amato, I'm going to put him in there. So who do you put today? I want somebody's list for today. I'm giving you a list from yesteryear. So I want somebody to give me a list, or I want, all y'all that's in here, participate in Eagles Way of Boxing, man. Participate with the chat, y'all. Participate. So, Cus D'Amato, Angelo Dundee, Georgie Benton, Eddie Futz. That's 4. I stick with my native roots, and I do 4s. So that's my 4 right there. And cause we already talked about Manny, but I'm not really leaving him out, but I gave you 4. I'm not talking about Manny Stewart, because I'm giving you 4. Because even Archie Moore was a trainer too. Okay, so I just said I'm not putting Manny in there. Manny's already in there, but I'm talking about on the 4. But I'm talking about right now. That was my list from yesteryear, Shadow 979. But I'm asking y'all, see, y'all having a hard time, man. Y'all having a hard time to come up with them. So give me 4 today. All I need is 4. Give me 4 great trainers today. I'll wait. Well, you give me 4 good trainers. Yeah. And Shadow 9, he said, well, yeah, when I get like that, I open up all the windows and turn up my music up. That shit don't work for me. I got to damn near kill myself before I stay awake. Because I don't like my windows down without the heat. So that's where I make my biggest mistake at. Is I turn that damn heat on. So I have the heat on, windows up, windows down, that shit blowing everywhere. Hopefully I ain't got some shit laying on the seat or something that's gonna blow out the window. Shit, heat on blast, air cold, because it usually be cold when all my nights when that shit happens is always like a cold night. And the reason that is because when I'm driving at night, and is that if it's like for instance, if I'm driving at night late or whatever, like let's say if not even that late, let's say for instance like 9, 8 or 9, that's usually gonna be like winter hours because it's dark. And that's what make my ass get even more tired. In the summer, I don't get tired driving. I don't fall asleep in the summer. There's too much shit to get to and too much shit to do in the summer because we work off a light. People don't think that, but we work off a light, man. People retire earlier when it's dark. People get home and shit always get dark. And that shit sticks on their mind. They be trying to get home. I say, okay. So I see ain't nobody putting no trainers up. Don't nobody give a damn about none of these trainers now, huh? Oh, shit, these trainers here, they ain't shit now. See? And all I named was 4, right? I ain't name all of them. I mean, well, I named more than 4, but I'm saying I just gave my little 4 examples, right? And that was it. Just gave my 4 examples. Okay, what about promoters? Even promoters, not with past promoters. I gave you my top 2 because I had to take one out because he's a killer. Yeah, I just had Don King and Butch Lewis because they was funny, man. And I forget it was because the lady I was gonna bring the lady that was up. I forget her name. I gotta look her back up so I remember her name and shit. But yeah, but she was funny. But she just couldn't hang. She couldn't hang with them because those were main like the main 2, especially Don. Don was like the main. He was like the main one back there. Okay, so. Oh yeah, I see you out there. Tony said I can't. He said I can't comment. I'm driving this equipment, but I'm listening. I know, but you made that comment, huh? Yeah, hell yeah, Don King, crooked ass. That's still he's still one of my favorites. He got the hair going on. You know, he come in with his little capes and shit, his little suits and stuff. He be clean and blinged out on the fighters' money. Like, yeah, I got your money. God, he dirty. His piece of business though. Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, he dirty, crooked ass. Yeah, he crooked. But they crooked now, but they crooked. He was crooked. And he may have been like a snake. But the ones now, yeah, they crooked too. Yeah. Well, even the event, man. Just look at the events, man. What was the events like themselves, man? Now the events back then, they was even more kid friendly, right? They was more. You could bring the whole family, even though it was violent, but you can bring the whole family. But now they got so loose with the media, man. You don't want to bring your kids and stuff like that, man, because of the language and everything else. Or people talking about what they gonna do. They used to just talk about whooping somebody. They used to talk about now kids can laugh at that because you was kids. Some of you was kids when Ali was fighting. If you was born back in the if you was around the 70s and real early 80s and stuff, Ali was laughing and making people laugh. He was talking shit and making people laugh and stuff because he was just more or less talking about people, predicting rounds, calling people ugly and all kinds of other stuff, right? Now that's kid friendly. But when somebody talk about eating children and shit like that, now that's not kid friendly. When you talking about eating kids and shit like that, or effing somebody and stuff like that and all that, man, that's horrible language now. But how many of us believe the languages that they let out now? Don't nobody believe that shit. Who believes it? I don't believe that shit. And that's right, Sir Flame, Don King. Oh, crooked ass Don King. Okay. I ain't getting no answers, man. My chat is slow today, man. Y'all didn't give me no answers. Y'all didn't tell me when y'all wanted to have the contest. Y'all ain't answered no questions. Damn, who I got in here today, man? I can't get no questions answered. Don't nobody know when they want to have the contester. Don't nobody know. Can't nobody think of any trainers today. Did they give a shit about such an excellent trainer and shit like that? Because they think I'm a fry. I'm like, no, your trainer done got a couple of people, killed or something like that. I'm not. That's not what this chat is about. And that's tragic, and that's just not a good. That's not a good thing. That's not what I was. That's not what my thing was. And so yeah. That's why Tony Boswell. He said Ali called promoters pickpockets, always in your pocket without you knowing. Yeah, but Ali had words for everybody, man. Like I said, man, it's not as exciting without a person like that, and you can't just replace him. And which that talk is going to keep going for a long time, because you're trying to replace the greatest with just anybody, and you can't do that. On my other note here that I want everybody now. Shit, I'm not getting no answers from nobody. Tony's talking back, but everybody else done got as quiet as a mouse, man. I don't even know if I got any mods left in here besides Tony. I got a few people up on the wall, man. Y'all on the wall, smash that like button. You know I'm talking the truth. So smash that like button. Up here in equals web boxing. Now what was I gonna say? So we got Kirkland just had his second fight, right? Second round they stopped it. Second round. So does anybody feel that Kirkland can make any noise at 154? Is he serious? Is his chin plastered back on correctly? Because we know he's fast and we know he's powerful. Is his mental game there? Should he be in boxing, or should he just sit the fuck down? So that's the question to my chat. And for me, I just named everything. My only concern with him is his mental stability to be fighting. That's mine. His mental stability to be back in the ring. So are you really ready to be back in the ring? Which, okay, 2 fights. Okay, they just, they're way down at the bottom, the 2 fighters. But when we look at mental capacity, it has nothing to do with the physical skills. So you can beat up on somebody without the physical skills, but they still got mental capacities, right? So what about somebody? So you're going to have to take some steps up, maybe a little bit harder punchers, people that think a little bit more in the ring. But how is your thinking process? So I don't really have a problem with it if he's okay. Yeah. If he's okay, then I don't have a problem with it. But we don't want him in there because, if he's not, if his mind's not there, because we know he's going to be physically ready. But if his mind's not there, I don't want him there. Because we know he might not have that iron chin, that he still might be suffering from TCD. He still may be suffering from it. And if he's suffering from TCD, it may have developed and it may have turned into BCD. And we don't want to add Kirkland on this page right here, because we got enough fighters on this page right here, our BCD page. We got enough fighters on there. But then again, you know us, you know me, we can never have enough fighters on this page. We could always add some more fighters on here, man. It's a lovely page to look at. It's a lovely page to look at, man, when you look at it. Shit. So we can always use a couple of more people on the BCD page. But if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. But whatever. However which way it goes, we all know what comes up when we start to wind down. That's right. It's the devil's deception in the desert in December. We're either we're gonna get that reprieve or we're gonna get that deceive. Thus the deception You know, as we all know, and I mention the same thing all the time, the trolls just hanging on there like, yeah, let's have fun. Let's go see AJ's going to win. Or we don't care as long as somebody wins that is not supposed to win. As long as the bum wins, so we could be right. The trolls. And then the rest of us on the other side like, damn, we had to ride on this damn train with these trolls. But guess what? We made them say we. Stick your heads out the window. Don't even look at us. Y'all look at y'all put your heads out the window and look that way. But yeah, so Dylan White don't have a fight yet. It's not guaranteed or nothing like that. But the reason, because everybody keeps bringing this up, and the reason I wanted to, and I had to think about it for a while too. So now this is my reason so much shit is going on over here in the Saudi, right? Does anybody know anything about the sports sanctioning bodies over there when it comes to like getting license, maintaining license? What's the rules? Does anybody know the rules? Guess what? Your host don't know the rules on that one. So if y'all can shoot me an email, shoot me the rules or something like that, it would be much appreciated, because I don't know. And so for me not knowing, my speculation is like, wow, there's a lot of dirty shit that can happen if you don't know the rules over there. Or if they do, or is there a prince? Does it says, oh, did you just petition to? You go to him or something like that? Your Highness, I would like to put on a match over here. We call it boxing. Would that be okay? It's cool. They said I can't fight over here, but what about over here? How can I fight here? In Dylan White's nasty little voice. You know what I mean? So, what is it, y'all? That's going to be the new, since the snake is involved with it, I'm looking at that as being the new mecca of dirt fights. Like, we take all the cheats, like all the drug cheats, because if you look at it like this, oh shit, somebody gonna be mad about this one, huh? You take all these drug cheats, now think about it, all the drug cheats, I don't know, all the ones that's on that special beef, and all the ones that just took the shit blatantly, like, I don't care, I'm taking 10 different kinds. Now think about it. Now if you can just go over there and just get the okay to fight, and then who's to stop you if you got the okay over there from over here? Nobody, right? So we can have some exciting fights over there. We can have some exciting fights over there. And we call it the Thursday night fights. Thursday night dirty fights. In dusty ass, sandy Saudi Arabia. And somebody comes in, and the boxers come flying across the screen on the carpet, flying carpet and shit. You know, all racist shit. You know, they flying across the screen on the flying carpet and shit, with dust and shit flying all off of them and shit, dirty needles and shit falling off the carpet. And Coke Crack King on there with, you know, coming across the screen. His nose is all. He got a nostrils packed full of powder and shit. Coming across there like the got the music going, got that Arabian music going, all that shit. He coming across there. Yep, all of them. Thursday night dirty fights in Saudi. Closed caption. Be like closed caption by the new dusty dog, Arabian snake, some shit like that. So, like I said, man, web watchers, that's what we do up in here, man, is we keep our eyes out, because we got to keep our eyes out on that shit, man. Yep. Don Dottie fell up in the house, y'all. Don Dottie, Eagles Web Boxing. He said, Eagle Web Boxing, hit the bell. Salute, fam. He on the mic. He said, on that mic. Yeah, that's me with the glasses on, man, with the smiley face. He said, chat family. Yeah, that's right, chat family. Put that thumb. You tell him, Don, put that thumb up. You know how to put thumbs up. Hell yeah. So is that the thing now? Is we gonna have all the dirt fights over in Saudi Arabia? That's a whole new market, y'all. Think about it. That's a whole new market. All the dirty fighters, man. Bring your ass, get your ass over here, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. How many we got? How many we got? Matter of fact, even Ortiz has got his ass up in there. Fuck it. I'm throwing all of them in there. Coke Crack King, Ortiz, White. Who else? Pulev, Canelo. Who else we got, y'all? Do we got enough of them? Got a bunch of them, right? I know I'm not thinking of all of them. I know it's a whole bunch more, but yeah, we get all them shits up over there. Yeah. The dirty fights over in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Dirty night. Instead of Thursday night, dirty night fights. Dirty night fights out there. Yeah, big baby. There we go. Dirty night fights. And the Scream have a fighter on one side and then Pills and Needle on the other side. I don't know. Somebody gonna be mad about this shit. I know. I guess it probably earned my thumbs down. F y'all, man. I don't care. If y'all can't take a joke, then take your ass out of Eagles Way of Boxing. Because that's what it is, baby. It is what it is. And that's what it is. So F y'all. And James, Kirkland, get your paper. Fight. This fight bums and get you a couple $100,000s at a time. And, just build your family up or whatever you got to do. If your chin is really back, I'm going to back you up. If you got a chin and if you get Ann Wolf back, then I'm going to back you up. Mental stability, chin, making sure that even if you get hit, don't be just going down and shit. Because I don't think you got BCD. You got a little bit of thin chin disease. But I think sometimes you just take a shot and it's because you doing too much of your activity and you get all like rocked and you like, oh, I'm going down. And you just take your ass down because your shit don't look like as thin as it. I don't know. I ain't never seen nobody look like you with they shit that damn thin. Yeah. Yeah, you don't look like your shit should be that thin. Maybe it is that thin. So just come get your money. But don't bring your ass back up in there trying to fight for some championship and then get permanent damage where you ain't gonna never come back. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna never come back from that shit. Yeah. Yeah, me too, Sir Flame. Sir Flame said, I like Kirkland when Ann is with him. Hell yeah. Ann would be smacking his ass around. She be like, yeah, get your ass in there, man. Don't be folding up over a couple of punches. Get your shit off. She be going off and shit. Got his ass punching that bag on that tractor and shit, whatever. That shit hanging on the truck or whatever. Make his ass walk over rocks and shit and punch. Yeah, she hard. The wolf woman, she be on that ass. Second, third, Sir Flame said he don't warm up till second, third round. Like he comes in cold. He come in cold, yeah. Yeah, he come in too cold and shit. And then, okay, so this is Chavez Jr.'s excuse and shit now. Now his excuse. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you my new picture I got for y'all for us, the ones of us who've already had our salted crow and shit that we need to have. I think I was finished with Troll Train, but anyway, I think so. We have our own delectable meal with our crow. The next time we got to have crow. I don't care. I'm spoiling myself, man. I'm not gonna always have this dried out, salted ass crow because that's for Miss Boxing's ass now. When she lose, I can't keep taking. That's what I get for eating that voluntary crow and shit. Yeah, but this is his excuse. So his excuse is that at the time that they wanted him to test, that he was not licensed to fight anywhere, and he was not. So why would he take a test when he's not even licensed to fight? So in other words, I don't have license. I'm not fighting. And then he said, who was the fight? Who was the test for? Which fight? He said because he didn't have a license. And if that's the case, if he didn't have a license, that makes sense. Why am I taking a test? I don't have a license to fight because you gotta get a license before you go fight. If that's true, or y'all can put BS if y'all think it's BS. But that's the quote that came from him. Okay, so y'all just If you want to say bullshit, then y'all can say bullshit. Oh, he would Don Dada up in here now. He said just got back, had to step away from it. We know you stepped away, and we seen your faces too. We see your frowny faces every time you step away. You put that frowny face up like these motherfuckers here. Yeah, you put that these motherfuckers here face up before you leave. Or a lot of times, or when you're in here and you can't say everything that you want to. But Kirkland, take it easy. Get Ann Wolf. Get your chin together. Chavez, stop lying if you're lying. And nobody's ever answered the question. I still waited. I waited all this time, and nobody told me who's their four. I ain't even asking for a big number. 4 top trainers of the day, 2019. Give them to me right now. Yeah, I'm still gonna go with Buddy McGirt, because I've been naming him quite a bit. I tell you who would make a great trainer. It would be Larry Holmes would make a great trainer. Yeah, Larry Holmes would make a real good trainer, because he's right in the middle of the era. He's in the modern era with the old school era. He's right in the middle. Perfect. Knows all that old school shit, and knows all this new school trickery shit. He knows both. Somebody pay him enough, get his ass up. Larry, get your ass in there and help out. You don't necessarily owe it to boxing, but you should do it. That'd be your legacy right there. Is another part of your legacy to go down, because he's in the mention of being like one of the greatest living heavyweight that there is right now. Yeah, the greatest living heavyweight. Let me go. You guys already know what time it is, man. I'm getting my stuff at the door. Somebody always at my door, man. Let me help. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, told you. Packages. Nobody still gonna mention no trainers, see? Because I mentioned my 4 greatest trainers from the past. Only 4 of them. I mentioned 4, but I mentioned more than that. In not particular order. Angelo Dundee, Cus D'Amato. Who else I said? Okay, and I forgot the other 2 I said. No, I didn't forget them. Papa Smurf. That's what my boys would call him, like, and Georgie Benton. Yeah, that was my 4 from the past that I mentioned. And can't nobody really touch up to him, because we gotta talk about who would make great trainers, but we ain't no great trainers right now. Ain't none of these trainers. What about Tony Dees? Is he a great trainer? Or is he just Wilder's trainer? Uh-oh. Or JD's. My bad, I said Tony Dees. Who's Tony Dees? Is that DJ? Has to be somebody. Everybody got these names, man. Dees. So Lennox would be a great trainer. Winky Wright. Yeah. Probably so. I can see Winky's right. Fighters being kind of awkward and stuff, and pretty good defense. Lennox Lewis fighters I can see probably being more offensive minded, which he was very fortunate, because certain people that he fought, they were more or less out of the. When he fought Tyson was more or less out of the game. So he was Lennox Lewis. He was a great champion, but he was fortunate at his time. Fortunate Because a lot of people back then, man, you look at it, man, there was a lot of mental cases when he fought. I'm sorry to say it, man. I'm not really sorry to say it because that's just what occurred. But there was mental cases in there, man. So, I mean, you snuck by. I don't know if he would have made it in those 70s, man. A lot of these fighters that people think would have made it in the 70s, I don't think they would have made it. AJ wouldn't have made it. Tyson Fury definitely wouldn't have made it. Andy Ruiz, he wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have made it. It's too small. Because everybody's used to all that. That speed and shit didn't do nothing to all that. You have people that like Norton and shit that duck like that. And then you got a questionable chin. It's like these fights, they couldn't hang, man. So it's just like, who's the best trainer? I can't even close my chat down until I can get somebody to tell me who's the best trainer for the day. Who's the best trainer for the day? Huh? Is it Manny's trainer? Yeah, if I'm saying Manny's trainer, as soon as I say Manny's trainer, he bring it up. They was killing me saying Freddie the Roach was a great trainer just because Pac was winning at the time. Yeah. Did Pac go to sleep under his watch? Matter of fact, Pac went to sleep worse than he did the other times that he got knocked out under Roach, right? Because we know when he first got in there, he got his ass put out. And if he stays too long, he's going to get put out again. But if he gets put out again, he's not going to recover and come back. Can't. It's not going to come back. What about Mayweather? Is he a great trainer? We know he go in there and train sometime. I think his dad is a good trainer. And that's one thing I wanted to bring up too, man. Is I did want to bring that up because I've been thinking about that too, though. Now, a lot of people get this misconstrued about the whole Mayweather thing, about Senior, about his way of training and how people strike the pads a certain way, like with a certain speed, like real fast and duck and stuff. That's all timing, man. Now, the reason people can't do it because their timing's all messed up and they're not ready. Their reflexes is slow. You got to have reflexes. Yes, you're gonna get popped all upside the head. Somebody gonna slap you all upside the head with those mitts if you can't duck. And that's all it is. It has nothing to do with, that's power and shit like that. Oh, let me see your power. No, your power, you do your power on the heavy bag. The heavy bag is what helps develop your power. A lot of people don't like the heavy bag and all that, but some people do. You can mess yourself up on the heavy bag, but that heavy bag that's where you get your power from. Besides learning how to plant your foot and stuff and, plant your foot into the earth and, get that twist and torque and then drop at the same time. It's things you got to do. But like I mentioned before, if you don't dig, and which has nothing to do with volleyball or nothing like that or nothing else or no other bullshit. What I'm talking about is into the bag. If you don't learn that shit, then you just ain't going to, you're going to either have to have natural power or you just ain't going to just have, you're not going to have power. Simple as that. Because that hitting the pads is different. You can hit the pads with power because I have my guys, sometimes I have them hit with power and sometimes I don't. They think you're just supposed to hit nothing with power. I say, you just wear yourself out. And plus you're too tight. You're not going to be able to hit with power. Now we're going to practice power. I'm not going to practice power hitting with your ass all the time. I'm going to be wearing my shit out. I'm not going to practice that. I would rather practice your reflexes because you can't throw power without a target. If you got bad reflexes and you got a bad aim, all the power in the world ain't going to do shit for you. You just wearing yourself out, throwing big old bombs and missing. Everybody just avoiding your shit and sticking their tongue out at you. You can't hit. And see, that's where the mental game come in. Now they sticking their tongue out at your stupid ass like, fucker, you can't hit me, and you, motherfucker. It's like a street fight or something like that when you badmouth somebody and they get them mad and they just start, you get them huffed up and they start throwing like wild punches and shit. And then later on, once you get them tired, now I'm whooping that ass. Now they could either retreat, go home, say you the winner, or take that L. Because you're definitely taking the ass whooping if you run out of stamina in the street. Simple as that. You getting that ass whooped. Yeah, he would say, damn right. He cried and did Surf Flavor there. Facts. That's right. Facts. So eat. Eagles. Where boxing, where you get that shit, where you get the facts thrown up at you like facts. That's it. That's how we do it, y'all. Yeah, that's how we do it. That's how we gonna do it. All the time. But that timing shit, that boom, 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 and duck and shit, shoot, shoot, buck, boom, duck, duck, block, block, boom. You gotta do them, have them doing everything. Slap it down, slap it down. You gotta have them, do all the shit. Slap it down, duck, throw your shit, duck again, come over this way, hook this way, boom, hook that way, jump, duck down over this way, hook that way, block, block, step back, step to the side, boom, 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 boom. You gotta have them do all that shit. So that way they'll be familiar when that shit's coming at them during the fight. When it's coming at them during the fight, now they can see it. They can see it. And that's how we say in here. Let's see it. I'm gonna let y'all get out of here, man. But let me show y'all show y'all the dessert. Not the dessert, but let me show y'all, man. I put it up finally. I finally got I found my other picture, man. I had it, man. It was saved somewhere else. I'm like, what? Why don't I have my picture? But check this out. This is for all of us that like to eat the crow. Yeah. Delicious. Now, the one in the corner at the very bottom, that's for the ones that don't. That's for the ones that don't have to eat the crow. So don't get that misconstrued with crow. Your motto for crow eating. Can I have my crow, please? Your motto for crow eating is the lovely Miss Black Ass Crow at the top. And where she's modeling, letting you know that these are some scrumptious wings, scrumptious thighs. Look at that neck. And down in the right below her, we got her son, Mr. Young Black Ass Crow, which is the salted crow with dried out salted crow with feathers. And then right in the middle, you already see at the top in the middle, we got Nanny's crow pie, in which even the crow liked it so much that he wished he could have been baked in the pie. And then now at the bottom, we got this the modern day pie that I got. And that's the crow pie. But that's my page, y'all. That's my page for the crow. And man, we just hope, man, we got it coming up, man. We don't have no days left, man. We down to 11 days, y'all. We down to 11 days. I see you down there, Tony. Tony say, Ali was iconic. That's what we don't have the icons no more, man. We got the bullshit cons. And we got the glass cracker jaw BCD having cons. That's all we got. Or we just got all the con jobs. We got the AJ con job. We got so many con jobs. That's all we got left, Tony. We don't have shit else. Nothing but con jobs, man. But we're going to talk about it again. We're going to be in here again. And we're going to talk about it again, man. As long as I can get my ass up in here, man, during this. And it's going to be hard some days, y'all. Y'all bear with me, man, because some of the days it's going to be hard, man. But you know how we do it. Eagles way at boxing, man. You know how we do it, man. My eagle coming in. Eagle, come in and get that ass. No troll zone right now. When I'm closing out, we got the no troll zone. We got the eagle coming in. Yeah. We got my fam coming in all the time. Surf Flame, E-Wood. Tony Boz. Shout out 979. Of course, Harold came through. And Gil. The running man Cole. That ran his ass up out of here. But I'm going to see y'all on another one, you know what I mean? Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to all y'all that mess with me. And like I always say, nothing but blessings, man. Catch y'all on another one.